Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the brand new 2021 Warner Brothers feature film, The Suicide Squad. This is directed by James Gunn. Did he write this? I feel like he wrote this too. We have Margot Robbie back as Harley Quinn. We have Idris Elba as Bloodshot, John Cena as Peacemaker. I forget the guy who plays Polka Dot Man. I last saw him in Reprisal on Amazon Prime. Pete Davidson is in this for half a second. The guy who plays Boomerang is back for half a second. Sean Gunn actually plays Weasel in this for half a second. I don't know DC canon. I don't know DC Comics. I know a handful of characters, and that's really it, right? I know Justice League stuff, but that's really it, right? So, like, 2017, we had the Suicide Squad, and it was a straight ripoff of Guardians of the Galaxy, and we all commented on it. We all said how terrible it was, and we realized afterwards that David Avery, I think that's the director's name, the film that came out is the studio edit, not the director's edit. And he recently put out a statement after there was the Schneider cut of Justice League, same thing, that Justice League, we got the studio edit, not the director's edit. So having James Gunn do Suicide Squad after he was pulled from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 very briefly, and then now he's back on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. But in between all of that, he was doing Suicide Squad. So it's a matter of, this is James's film, and this is the film that James wanted to make. It's not the studio's edit, it's the director's edit. So we're all curious now what the director's edit of 2017's Suicide Squad would look like, because it was just such a weird story. I mean, I specifically haven't reviewed it because it's a strange movie. The main antagonist is this ancient god who's trying to claim the world again, right? And then the Suicide Squad comes together and does their stuff. Viola Davis is back as her main character. So, like, the Suicide Squad, this movie, 2021, can be a sequel, but, like, it could also be a reboot. It's just there, you know? Like, you know these characters, you know they exist, but, like, and you know the concept of the Suicide Squad, do this mission for the United States government and get 10 years off your sentence. Like, you know it's a thing, but, like, it's just interesting having it all come together, I guess. I was very bored in this movie, to be completely honest. This is 2 hours and 12 minutes long. It could have been an hour and a half. Could have been perfectly fine. But the problem is, because it was 2 hours and 12 minutes long, and because the amount of information that we were given on certain characters or certain plot points or things like that, this should have been a 4-episode miniseries. To be completely honest, I'm going to be completely honest, this should have been a 4-episode miniseries. I would have gladly done hour-long episodes for 4 hours of a story and loved it. But I liked this, but it was filmed and created like it was a miniseries, if that makes any sense. I've said that a few times for other movies. Especially Bedtimes at the El Royale. That's a prime example of perfect as a miniseries, but not so good joined together as a movie. This was frustrating when we had scenes that did not involve Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. And I say that because we were spoiled rotten. What was it, 2.5 hours long of Birds of Prey, which came out, 2 years ago? What an incredible film. Not just a matter of incredible superhero or vigilante film, or anti-villain, whatever you want to call Harley. She goes both ways in the villain-hero spectrum, as in she just saved the world from the giant starfish kaiju that we had at the end of this film. But, like, we were spoiled with Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey was 0 to 100 in a matter of 3 seconds, and absolutely loved it. The character development of Harley, the love affair with the egg sandwich, like, so many different things, right? We love that movie. This film was very slow when we had characters on screen that were not Harley Quinn. And I think that's what's strange about it, because I don't know DC characters, right? I'm assuming people who know DC characters loved this movie because you got Polka Dot Man, you got Ratcatcher 2, you got King Shark, you got all these different characters that I've never heard of before as a non-DC comic reading fan. So, like, from the outsider's perspective watching this film, the story and the characters that I was given would have made more sense as a show, as a 4-episode miniseries, than it did a movie. I feel like this was straight fanfare, and that's fine for a fan perspective of DC Comics, but this was pitched for the masses, and I don't think it reached the masses. Yes, it's doing much better ratings-wise than Suicide Squad, the first one in 2017, but I don't know. I'm a little meh. I like this film. I don't love this film, and I don't like this film a lot. I like this film. I can go 2 years without watching this film and and not lose any ounce of sleep. But I just feel like with the amount of hype that went into this, and the fact that this took a while to make, and it's such a massive, massive cast of very eclectic characters that I wish we got more of. I feel like it deserved to be a miniseries. It wasn't garbage. It was palatable. I enjoyed it. I watched it with my parents. We laughed at various points. You know, we gasped for various points, as we should, as the good audience member that we were. But like, I don't know, man. Like, certain parts were just boring, boring. Like, I was bored. For what else to say? Have you seen Suicide Squad? The Suicide Squad, the new one, the 2021 Warner Brothers film. It is currently streaming on HBO Max until September 5th, 2021. I think that's what I read. Yeah, but I want more Polka Dot Man. Like, that was a really cool character that we got. Like, how his mom tried to make him and his siblings superheroes, so she experimented on him, and like he has to expel these polka dots or else he'll explode. Like, awesome. Show me more of that. I wanna origin. I want him in his teenage years. I want to see how high school was for him. That would be pretty neat. Yeah, that's all I got. Mucho mahalo.